The champ. What is going
He's
on,
in. He's in the building. What is going on, Dev? What is going on? That is the
mate?
real question.
That is the real question. Let's just go straight into it. Fabio Wardley. Let me just say this again, right? Fabio Wardley is the world heavyweight champion. How has this happened, Fabio?
Honestly, it's a question I've been asking myself for a good few days now. I'm asking the team, my friends, my family. I'm going, what is going on? Am I dreaming? Is this real? Is it happening? Has it happened? Does it all come together? Like, because it's all well and good saying this what you want and it's how you want things to go, but look how the stars actually align and especially how a boxing career goes is never to plan. But seemingly mine seems to just like a run on schedule.
I've seen moments after fights where you are like in the ring, you're getting your photos done, and you're sort of going, "What are we doing here? What is going on here?" I saw it after I saw it at Portman Road, and I saw it after the Parker fight where you're getting your photo done. I'm
Uh,
like, what is going on here? And like,
mm.
can you quite believe it, Fabio?
Again, I don't yeah, no, I don't know if I entirely can wrap my head all the way around it. It's again it stems a lot from how I started out and things like that. But I look at myself and I look at my team and I look at us of where we started so long ago, and I just it makes me go like, how have we pulled this off? It feels like one big kind of like scheme or something, one big like magic trick that we're just pulling the wool of everyone's eyes, and we just keep managing to pull it off. And somehow we've ended up with the finale.
I was thinking about this yesterday. I feel like your story, it might actually be better than the Rocky story, because you know how you know how he was a middle of the road boxer that got a shot at the world title, right? You were a 20-year-old recruitment consultant that fancied a scrap, and now here you are. Can you see this? Is this better than the Rocky story?
That's a hard one. It's a hard one to compete with, definitely. And if I'm going to compete at all, I definitely need a very strong soundtrack. That's the one thing I'm going to need if I'm going to get anywhere close to Rocky. The story might be great. I think the soundtrack makes a good 70 odd percent of that film.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Well, listen, the reason this has all come about is you beat Joseph Parker, you became WBO interim champion, and then it was unclear what was going to happen next. Would Usyk fight you or would he vacate? What did you expect to happen?
I expected him to fight me, to be honest. I know there was a lot of communication between our camps and stuff beforehand of talking about between us and Usyk and Joe and Usyk and talking about look him taking on the winner and just setting out a broad picture of how that would look and the opportunities in that. So I knew it was something said he was up for. So I guess it came as a bit of a surprise in a sense when he didn't and when I was elevated and things. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to take it all the same. But yeah, it was slightly surprising.
Was it disappointing?
Yeah, yeah. It's a weird one. It's a really
Mm.
weird one. It's like bittersweet in a sense. It's like, oh my God, look, this is fantastic. This is great. Like what a fantastic thing to happen to me. But also, oh, I would have just it almost feels a bit kind of I don't know, not arrogant. That I wanted it all. I wanted it to be absolutely picture perfect. Like anyone who ever gets into boxing would dream of being a world champion. And for me to even like slightly turn my nose at it and go, oh, well, it wasn't exactly how I wanted it to be, almost feels like ridiculously arrogant. But that's not how I went. It's just, I love to fight. Don't get me wrong. I love to box and I love to earn it as well. And I love to come out of a fight going, no, you know what? I put myself on the line there and I earned that.
Has Usyk sort of ducked you?
This is the question, isn't it? I don't know. If it's anyone else, do you say they have? Like, it's a funny one, isn't it? Because it's too. Again, it leads into the arrogance thing. It's too arrogant to go, nah, well, Usyk doesn't want to take on a 30-year-old recruitment consultant. We wouldn't know what to do with him. But that sounds ridiculous. But if it was any other fighter, it'd definitely be more of a conversation.
Yeah, I agree too. It feels like Usyk's almost like he's exempt from ducking accusations. Like it's sort of like, oh yeah, he's earned the right to do what he wants. But there is also the kind of, I don't know how good a style matchup Fabio Wardley is for anyone. He just sort of beats everyone, even if he's coughing away. He just beats everyone. So I don't know. Yes, you know, you sort of let him off, but you do have to think he could have just fought you.
The aircon in here is giving me one hell of a battle. I think it's taking me on. Um, but yeah, that's what how you think of it. It's like you would think that he would look at it as not so much a touch and a rollover, but with his skill set and stuff, you think he would look at me as an opponent and go, you know what? I think I could. Like, I'm pretty confident in myself that I could get through that. So it does lend the question.
Is it a bit annoying that you never heard and the new? Because like you're going to hear it from your, in all your interviews now and all your family and everything like that. You never heard it in the ring, which is a bit annoying. But I guess the run of fights that you went on to become world champion, it's more than sort of worthy.
Yeah, look, and especially the most recent as well. I think that had everything in it to be worthy of a world title, worthy of the world title fight. It had everything, all the pieces to it. So yeah, look, it's what again you always want to win it in the ring. You want to hear the announcement, you want the belt to be handed to you, and you want to stand and kind of bask in that moment, which is something I wasn't able to do. I was kind of in a different way of being interim, and it kind of has a similar feel to it, but not the same. But again, it's nothing I'm going to cry at or turn my nose up at.
Absolutely not. So, listen, you're going to be given time, I'm sure, to enjoy this moment and take it all in. But conversation will very quickly turn to, so who's he going to fight? What happens next with Fabio Wardley? When you think about it, when you think about your next fight, who do you think it's going to be?
Uh, honestly, I really don't know. I haven't even looked through the haven't looked through the WBO rankings to
I
see who's
have.
in there, and yeah, I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have, and I'm sure you've got a few lines ready to go straight
Oh,
away.
yes.
But it's not really something I've paid too much mind to at the moment. I think I've just not wanted to kind of almost ruin the moment and just wanted to sit in it for a second and enjoy it and not go, oh well, what's next? Because for me especially, I think that's something I've been doing heavy for my career all the way through. I've gone right, we ticked off this, we did this. What's next? What's coming next? What's coming next? Without ever really appreciating any sort of achievement along the way. So I think if there's ever a time to do it, I think it's now.
Yeah, fair, fair. I mean, yeah, take a moment to take it all in. But yeah, I have been looking at the rankings, Fabio. I've got to have a
I'm
look.
sure.
You're WBO
I'm sure.
champion,
I'm sure.
and it's a new position for you because you now are going to be the hunted. All these guys behind you are going to be like Fabio Wardley. I was watching a Lawrence Okoli interview. I spoke to him earlier. He fancies a scrap with you. I'm sure if you
Mm.
start going through all of the top 10, they'll be like, yeah, I'll have it with Fabio Wardley. And they'll fancy their chances because 10 years ago, you were working in recruitment. 10 years ago, more often than not, they were boxing, amateur champions and whatnot and whatnot. I mean, guys like Philip Hergovich, Gilles Zhang, they're there. Moses Italma's there as number one.
Mm.
He's your mate. Okoli's knocking about. Dubois. They're all there, mate.
Yeah, look, the list of names is heavy, is stacked all the way through as well. And look, can you put my name versus a bunch of those, and you're coming up with some fantastic fights. So one way or another, whatever the next fight is going to be, it will be massive, and it will be one for everyone to pay attention to tune in for. So look, one way or another, it's going to be one hell of a scrap. But who, when, where, who knows right now? Who knows?
The where thing is interesting, right? Because you've done Portman Road and it was great. It was a glorious night, a glorious crowning moment. Imagine doing Portman Road as world champion.
Yeah, look, maybe it's time to go back. Maybe it's the summer show, and look, maybe we set things up to go back there because it'd be it would be a special one, a special one. Look, to do it once over already, yeah, don't get me wrong, great, fantastic. But to bring the world heavyweight title to Ipswich would just be ridiculously historic in of itself. So yeah, maybe that's one to talk to Uncle Rank about.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Listen, how are you going to deal with this whole being the guy with the target on his back now? Because you've always been sort of looking up and looking at the next fight. If it looks like Usyk doesn't want to fight you for whatever reason, it's you're shooting down essentially. You're the world champion. They're all coming for you. There's no one above you really. You are number two heavyweight in the world. How are you going to deal with this?
With a smile, just enjoy it. It's not, it's nice. It saves me having to pick up the phone or hound Frank or hound the team and say, "Look, I want the fight. I want the fight." Get him to say yes. I want this guy. Or I want this guy. All right, get him. Whoever it is, just get him on the phone. Now I can just take my pick almost and say, all right, cool, that looks like a good fight, or that looks good. Yeah, all right, easy. I'm not, and one thing I've always said to people as well, I'm not hard to find. Pick up the phone. My team, like Frank, they're easy people to speak to. So I'm not going to be going missing nowhere. I'll be taking all calls.
White collar Wardley, eh?
Honestly, I think it was the first thing I said to myself. I just sat there and went, white collar Wardley, what have you done?
What have you done, mate? If you could just summarize this whole journey from first picking up boxing gloves in a few words, what would you say?
Probably in a single word, it'd be a fairy tale. It would be a real life lived fairy tale of from moment to moment to moment because it's not even like it's been a hop, skip, and a jump. It's been a long ride, and along those rides have been like big step ups along the way to chief supporting with AJ and Dylan White and Fury and the Riyadh cards, and then Bivol and Beterbiev, and then doing headlining the O2 with Fraser the first time, and then Portman Road, and then going back to headline the O2 again with Joseph Parker, and it's just like this, that, all these things. So yeah, it's just culminated perfectly right at the end.
It has indeed, mate. I'm sure you've got a few more interviews to do with a few other people, but I just want to say congratulations. You deserve it, Fabio.
Appreciate it, Dev. Thank you, mate.
Well done, mate. Take care, mate. Bye.
Cheers, man. Have a good one.